Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be blocking and wet sanding the final little bits for our Dakota. That way we can get them ready for paint. Alright, we've been blocking this with 400 grit wet. It's coming out pretty good, but I still think we're going to end up taking tomorrow as well, just to make sure we get everything dialed in like we really want. And we will be painting these on Monday. In between things here, we ended up starting to pull a mold off our Chrysler 300 back bumper. That way we can start making our new fiberglass bumper for the back to match our front bumper a little bit better. We pretty much have this roughed in now. We still have to cut the area where our turn signal switchbacks are going to be. But other than that, we're pretty much roughed in. We just have to do all the final detailing. If you can see our tail lights here, we actually ended up getting some LED triangular tubing ones. From there, we'll probably end up painting all along here to meet the trunk. Back, the body color, just to kind of shrink the size of these huge tail lights a little bit, make them flow a little better into the body. From there, we're probably going to be moving some of the bumper features around a little bit. We'll probably be cutting our tag area out and lowering it maybe 2 inches or so, just to kind of bring the whole car down a little bit lower. And then we'll end up fusing in our little area for our backup camera to be mounted, so it's not just a weird little bubble square thing sticking out. From there, we can end up molding our diffuser in. That way we can do our quad exhaust. It's going to be a good bit of work, but I guarantee this will be the only 300 you see anything like this. So basically, we're going to end up doing more of like a Bentley Rolls-Royce theme to it. If you remember when these cars came out, they joked calling them the Bargain Bentley. So we're going to kind of follow that theme and do a whole little ground effects kit on the bottom of it and trim out the very bottom with some forged carbon. You'll kind of have to see it when it's done to understand the extent it's going to be. After we work with the bumpers, we're going to end up doing our side skirts down here as well. If you see how this curve kind of bumps out from the rest of the car, we're probably going to end up taking this curve and making it a little more dramatic, coming out a little bit more into the side skirt, so it'd kind of bump out. My wife was teasing me a few months back when we first bought this car for cheap. We were joking about making it a daily driver, and here it is. We daily drove it for maybe a month, but it's fine. It'll be worth it when it's done. Alright, so once again, the rain's coming in. We got a good bit of wet sanding done. We still need to do the fenders, but that's really it. Just finishing up the fenders. .400 grit. And just like that, we have this lower quarter blocked out. Alright, as for a 300, we got a couple molds pulled off the back bumper. As you can see, the license plate area, and this would be the side that goes into the wheel well. They go like that. So we'll be pulling a mold off this passenger side wheel well area, as well as around where the tag goes. Just because I might need a second one for what I plan on doing with this bumper. So today, we kind of got rained out of the whole car show idea with the weather being as sporadic as it is here. But the plan for tomorrow is going to the U-Pole salvage yard to see what kind of parts we can come up with. And John will be joining us for that. So that's pretty much it for today. I feel like I can only show so much of the repetitive priming the same panel, blocking the same panel back and forth over again. So probably Monday, Tuesday, we should be getting everything wrapped up, painted. Wednesday, we'll end up putting the Dakota back together and kind of going from there. Then I'll be taking a break for a little while. We'll let everything cure. Then when I come back, we'll put it together, buff it all out. Granted, I know it's taken a little while longer than we originally planned for, but you guys saw some of the things that came up, kind of what we were working with. And just know when it is done back together, it'll be way nicer than it was before. And maybe have a few more options. If you made it this far, the 300. So me and John kind of talked about it a little bit. We decided against lifting it. The direction it's going, it would probably be way nicer, just clean, lower a little bit on some nice wheels. The front end is probably going to mimic Bentley Continental a little bit. And the rear will kind of mimic a Rolls-Royce Ghost, if that kind of sums anything up. And this right here will be the paint color that we're putting on it. It's just a little something I ended mixing up myself, which is kind of what I'm known for, is mixing up my own paint. So that's just a little sneak peek for everybody who stayed until the end of the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, click the notifications, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.